Good morning, everyone. It is a wonderful Saturday morning here in Pembroke. I know that I've given you some information on what we're doing on this trip, but let's get into details. We are currently headed to Algonquin Provincial Park, to the Sand Lake Gate access, which is on the east side. We're then going to drive the logging roads up to Lake Traverse, and that is where we are going to start the Upper Petawawa Bikerafting Loop. You're wondering what the details are of that loop, and I'm going to show you right now. The Upper Petawawa Bikepacking Loop begins at Lake Traverse in Algonquin Provincial Park. It's at that access point that I will drive and park my car. At that point, I will load my bicycle up with all my gear and take the northern route, which consists of an old logging road. This route is outlined in red. I'll take it all the way to Radiant Lake and then down the abandoned CN Railroad to campsite number 1 at Big Sawyer Rapids. On day number 2, I will return, you will see using the blue route, to the bridge at Squirrel Rapids, inflate my packraft, and actually disassemble my bike and place it on the packraft. I'll then packraft down the Petawawa River and stop at Wagtail Rapids, where campsite number 2 is located. On day number 3, I will continue down the Petawawa River in bike rafting mode and return to the parking lot at Lake Traverse where my trip will end. Now that you know what we're actually doing, we're going to get in the world's greatest car and get moving. Now there's a couple interesting facts that you're going to know. Oh, I forgot my coffee outside. The interesting facts that you should know for this trip are the following. 1, it is going to be my first time mounting the packraft on the bike for a bikepacking trip. So I don't know if you can see, but I have it in the back of the car right here, and it is wild. It looks like Mad Max's vehicle from Thunderdome. The second fact that you need to know is it is also going to be my first time mounting the bike on the packraft when we run the Upper Petawawa River. This is something that I did a lot of research on the internet about, but I've never actually done it, so we're going to see how that works out. Third thing, the Upper Petawawa River can be, let's say, pretty mellow in low flows around 25 cms to kind of insane above, let's say, 40 or so. I checked the gauge this morning. There's been a ton of rain over the last little while, and it's actually going to rain a little bit later today, and it's running just under 40, around 38. So, you know, my skills as a whitewater kayaker or whitewater packrafter are great. That's a lie. They're like mediocre at best. So we are going to try our best to do what is safe and reasonable as a solo packrafter on the Upper Petawawa. Don't hate me if we portage some of the bigger stuff. We're going to see how it goes. And the last and final fact that you need to know about this trip is that there was a tornado here like a week ago. Yes, in Ontario we have tornadoes, and last week there was 5 tornadoes that touched down in a number of different places of Ontario. Now another tornado did touch base just at Lake Traverse. Also, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is it Lake Traverse or Lake Travers? Travers? I don't even know. So let's call it Lake Traverse. Travers? I don't know. A tornado touched down there as well last week, and apparently it like cut like an 11-kilometer path through the bushes or woods or something like that. They've had to do a lot of clearing on the logging roads in order just to get there. So we'll probably see some of that as well. I want to show you guys my gear list so you understand what I'm bringing, so we'll bring it up right now. Now what is specifically you're going to notice is that I'm bringing all the whitewater gear for the packraft, and I'm not bringing a backpack. Well, you'll know that in the past, whenever I go packrafting, I bring a backpack. In this case, I'm mounting it straight to the bike. Now, the difference is that my packraft has what's called the tie zip. And what you can do is you can actually unzip the air chamber and store gear inside. I have never done that before, but I'm going to do it on this trip. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I have the bike that goes on the front, and I was just concerned that it was going to be very top heavy or just not have enough room to hold all the gear on the outside. So I brought the internal storage bags, which are also dry bags, and I'm actually going to try and do that this trip. People have told me that it makes the packraft much more stable, and it's actually easier to paddle, but I guess we'll see. Now we have about 2.5 hours to get there. I'm not going to bore you with the drive because unless we see something amazing, there's really not much to see other than me just sitting behind the wheel. So we'll see you guys when we get there. So remember how I said I heard there was a tornado that came through here? Are you serious? Yeah, that's what a tornado does, I guess, eh? I'm surprised they were able to open the road. Anyway, I don't know if the GoPro does it justice, but it's quite a large area. You know, I'm guessing that it kind of went this way sort of thing. But look at that. Jesus.
This is wild. Well, we walked the bike the 50-something K from McManus to Traverse, like Traverse. Yes, the last kilometer of road must have been a tornado that hit through. Cause look at all this mess. Look at all this mess. Wow. Wow. Still working my bicycle though. Cross up!
Okay, well, let's go, I guess, right? Get back. We're about 2 kilometers away from the turnoff from what I can see. And I know it's supposed to rain this afternoon, but it looks pretty good, actually. We're here. Lake Travers. I think that's how you say it. I just talked to a guy, that's how he said it. All right, the parking lot's very busy. I basically grabbed the last spot, which is fantastic. But I tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this trip. If you guys remember my Trans-Algonquin mountain bike route that I did last summer with my buddy Jamie and my other buddy Josh, basically the rail trail through this place, the old abandoned CN rail trail, it goes right beside the Upper Petawawa the entire time, and it looked phenomenal at the time. It really did look phenomenal. So if you remember, if you've seen that video, I actually said twice, I'm like, I'm gonna bring the packraft here. So literally that's what I'm doing. And getting a little nervous because I got to ride the logging road, which we know it's a gray area, but let's unload the gear and just see what happens. Because it's the best.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, Ryan, what's up, guys? Ryan's the world's best kayaker, taught me how to run Class 1 rapids, and I still have not gotten any better.
And now he's gonna try and run Class 5 without me. So I kind of caught wind of it, and we're here to give him some last minute, please stay alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, how cool is it that I ran into Ryan? So he's the same guy that I take lessons from at Paddlers Co-op. Highly recommended, probably one of the best, honest to God, best instructors, and he's like half my age. Okay, if you don't remember where we are, this is the bridge that I hung the bear bag from in the Trans-Algonquin mountain bike route. And this is the Petawawa that we're gonna run. Let's go over some bike stuff. I told you already the limitations of my experience with this trip. Here it is, the entire setup, okay? I'll go over a couple things just so you guys understand. And just so I remember. Clothes and gear in the back. I never have to open this until my tent is set up. Basically, as soon as I get to camp, the only thing I take off the bike is this front portion right here. This has sleeping bag, tent, sleeping pad, stakes, everything I need for when I get to camp. If it's raining, I just pull this off, set everything up. Inside here, I have my food. The reason why I have that is I want to keep the weight on the bike as low as possible, even though it's a disaster. But that's where I put it. In here, the Joey down tube. So I keep my saw and my chair. Those are luxuries, and that's why they fit kind of there. At the top here, I've got a bit of packrafting gear in here. I've strapped my packraft onto my handlebars, and then here's my camera equipment. Rain gear goes in the center, and the 2 paddles are right there. I gave it a little bit of a test just on the road. It's not that bad, but we're gonna head out. It is 10:20 on Saturday morning, and the first stage of this is the logging road. Woo! Oh, nice. You can see the sign there. Algonquin Forestry Authority planted all these trees here. Probably after they cut them down. But anyway, it's nice that they were trying to rebuild the forests. Road so far is great. Certainly better than the rail trail. Handling wise, you can certainly feel the weight on the front handlebars. Not enough that I would want to repack it, but enough that, you know, you'd want to be careful if you're doing some technical features, let's say, on this thing. But other than that, it seems to be going pretty good. I haven't seen any cars or anything. I haven't been on the bike in about a month, so, you know, the muscles are starting to hurt already. It's 10:47, so we've been biking about half an hour. It looks like from the kilometer markers, I covered about 5K. We got to do 20K today, or a little bit more, 24. We're just gonna plug away. That's all we got to do here. Loggers. Okay, we're coming up to a stop sign. We are going to check the map just to verify. Shit, there's a car coming. I'm not allowed to be on these roads. Let's see what he says. So, looks like we're here. Which means we're making a left down there to Radiant Lake. Very nice guy. So he stopped to talk to me. He let me know I'm on a bike, so you're actually allowed to be on these roads, is what he told me. He has Aboriginal status, and he has a trailer up here on Radiant Lake. I guess there's a bunch of them that have a trailer up here on Radiant Lake, and if you have that status, you're allowed to use these roads with your vehicle, I guess, which is totally cool. All right. Oh, I guess this is called Bissett. Let's go. Woo! Seen them so bad in my life. Look at the flies. Woo-hoo! That'll teach them. Can you see him? Oh, the flies are so bad. It's a moose and its little baby. It's a moose and its little baby right there. Let me get the phone. Oh yeah. Can you see? It's a full-blown moose and its little baby. It's a mom and kid. Look how cute that is. See you later, guys. Oh, look at the little guy. That's it for them. Love seeing stuff like that. Did you see how cute the little guy was? The little guy was so cute. They're just over there. And you know, you guys know I use a GoPro, and the footage just before this is from my cell phone. I don't have like a zoom or anything like that, so they're not far. Oh my God, they're back. Oh, they didn't even leave. They're right here. Keeps looking back at me. It's actually very far away, you know, for you guys at home. I mean, it's close. It's 100 meters. It's 100 meters, I'd say. But she keeps looking over here because she's got to make sure the little one's okay. I'm not going to stress them out. I'm going to keep going now. I've had my fair share of footage, and we're going to leave them be. So, the flies are back. I believe Squirrel Rapids, just over there. I don't think there's another bridge along here. Looks like this is the one. So, we're going to continue on until we get to the old Radiant station, and then we're going to make a left on the abandoned CN rail trail. Hey guys. Good, man, how are you?
Where are you biking from?
Oh, is he okay? I'm friendly.
Well, yeah,
He just gets...
he's friendly too, but he just likes to pull and run. He loves people. Where are you on your way to?
I'm gonna kayak. Actually, I'm gonna kayak from right here
Oh yeah?
down to Travers tomorrow. But I'm just gonna go camp up off the railway up there.
I hurt my...
You hurt your lip? Oh no!
Come on.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, he bumped his head trying to get out. So.
Okay, I'll let you guys bring the dog by, and then I'll take off after so he doesn't get too excited. Be safe, guys. Enjoy. See ya. See ya. Good luck. Second group of people that I met. Very, very nice. Oh, actually, look what they've done here. They're like legitimate, just set up. Like they don't even care. I guess once you start going a little bit deeper into the park, you know, people start doing things that, I don't want to say they're illegal. That's not true. It's a gray area. I call it a gray area, like being on this road. It's legal, but maybe not allowed. It's a gray area. I was invited, that's all I know. I almost passed it. I forgot what it looked like, actually. And it looks miserable, but it's right here. Ooh, some ATV tracks. So again, I've been granted special permission to head down here to my campsite. So make sure you get that before you do this trip. It's 12:12. We've biked at least 20 kilometers and we left at 10:30. The logging road is nice. And bumped into a great little family that's camping over there, and another family that has like a, what do you call it? Like a camper here or something like that. So I don't know what the rules are anymore. Forgot how bad it was to bike this thing. Oh. Woo! So this here is Big Sawyer Rapids, which is calling for a class 3. I don't know if I can see everything. Might take a closer look. Some rocks and stuff. don't really know if I would say it's a class 3, maybe in higher water. Anyway, let's take a look. Now that we have crossed that bridge, the campsite is just on the right-hand side up here, before the small stream and lake. Now the question is, you know, how easy is it going to be to find? I don't think it'll be too bad, because it's pretty small distance between the river and the railroad, or the abandoned railroad. But we still have to keep our wits about us a little bit. Make sure we don't go too far, make sure we don't stop too short. There's the start of the island right there, which means that the campsite's in there somewhere. I don't know why I had this thought in my mind that there was going to be like a trail to get there, but I'm now realizing that is completely not the case. Yeah. You know, it's a campsite. It's a campsite, that's for sure. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. I'll take it. It's got a pile of wood. This is the good thing. Pile of wood, close water access, a little bit marshy, fire pit, 2 logs, and honestly a spot for my tent. So can't really complain, but not super scenic. I would guess that not many people book this site, because this is the site that's right on the end of the portage around Big Sawyer Rapids. I picked it because it's easy to access. But most like canoeists or whoever is coming down here, they're probably not going to want to stay here. They're going to want to stay somewhere, you know, a little bit more secluded, which would be great. Tomorrow's campsite should be nice. I'm going to set up. I got nothing else to do. It's a great tree over here. Interesting fact, these are my homemade do-it-yourself ultralight titanium tent stakes, which I made a video about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago probably. Like, no, I haven't posted it yet, but I'm trying to think in my mind when it would be, but I think it will be 2 weeks before you're watching this. So if you're watching this, it came out 2 weeks ago. It's how to make your own. And I'm gonna use them to put this tent up right now. Bam! And there you have it. I never told you guys, but we got here at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we made amazing time. It's gonna rain in about 45 minutes according to the weather that I saw yesterday. So, you know, there's not a whole lot to do. Gonna see if the weather holds off. And if it does, we'll make a fire and eat. If not, we're sitting in the tent. I'm gonna set it up. We got the super view on. Okay. Oh, got my chair. This is the Helinox Zero chair. From what I understand, it's the lightest chair on the market. Not gonna lie, I've been working on my own chair for like 1.5 years, but never finished it. One day I will. I want to talk about a couple things. The outfit. You guys are gonna make fun of the outfit because I don't look like a woodsman, you know? It's pretty blue. This is my company shirt that I use for mountain biking, but let me explain something. You see, if you don't bike, you don't realize how hot you get. I can't wear like pants and a t-shirt like I do when I hike. I'll actually catch fire. So this is a very, very light shirt. It's also UV proof. And these are my cycling shorts, and these are my cycling shoes. So I just wore all the regular stuff. And I'm saying that because Ryan actually made fun of me in the parking lot when he saw me. He's like, what the hell are you wearing, man? I'm like, just leave me alone. Second, you guys are gonna love this. Bam! The 5-ounce folding 12-inch buck saw. I love this thing. I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh, why don't you get a 24-inch one so that I can take down massive trees? I don't want that. So I built this myself. I've got 2 videos on my YouTube channel that show testing of the first and second prototype. These will probably be available to a select few for testing in the next 8 weeks. So that's what you're going to get. Let me know if you want one. Third, if you haven't tried bacon jerky, you should try it. It's amazing. It's literally just bacon. I don't have a fourth thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's 1:30. I probably should have just kayaked the river. The water is not looking the best, so we shall be shocking it with the good stuff. You guys may use a water filter. I do not. I use aqua tabs. They are lighter and better. Some of you guys are gonna say, I don't like the taste. And I'm gonna say, quit your whining. Put in a little bit of juice mix. Now, in all honesty, I just find it easier, quick. You can treat tons of water, you don't have to wait. But, you know, if you're into the filter stuff, you can do that too. I have no opinion. You don't want to cut anymore? No problem. Bam. I call that... Oh! Excuse me, my nostril. I call that... what do I call that? I don't call it anything. Okay, I was just about to take my bike and ride down the railway to scope the next set of rapids. So I scouted the first two. They're good. I know my line. They're pretty mellow, to be honest. And I thought, oh, I'll go check out the third one because it's about 1 kilometer away. And it just started to rain. So kind of packed everything up a little bit. And I haven't set up my tent yet. So I'm going to set up everything in my tent, take this opportunity. And it's like really, really lightly raining. But hopefully maybe in like, I don't know, half an hour if it passes. It's not supposed to, but we'll see. If not, I didn't bring the tarp, so we'll be stuck in here for the night, and it's early. We need to make an executive decision. First, I'm wearing my camo underoos. I probably gotta put some pants on. Second, it is 7:30. I've been in this tent since 2:30. It has not stopped raining. But let me tell you what the problem is. That's not necessarily a problem. I'm starving, okay? I'm getting very hungry. Now, when I went to go scout the river, I didn't want to leave my food just on the floor, so I hung it in a tree, went to go scout the river, and by the time I came back, it was raining. At that point, I got in the tent, thinking, okay, well, maybe it'll be a couple hours. My food's still hanging, it's still raining, I'm starving, and I gotta get out of the tent. So, I'm gonna put the rain gear on. I'm gonna get dinner, get my pot, get some fuel, get a drinking tablet to add to that water. Pepper beef with rice. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. Woo! It's really starting to come down. Oh, this is gonna be another one of those nights. What the hell is going on with the weather? Big lightning. Very big lightning. Whoa. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my God. I would like to start day 2 with an announcement for you guys. The announcement is that a world record has been broken. It is 9:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, and I got in this tent at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. That is 17 hours. I bet you, let me know in the comments, that no human being on Earth has spent 17 hours in a Z-Pax Cuban fiber tent. I think that's the max. You want to know the plan? I'm going to tell you the plan. The plan is pack everything up. We're going to load up the bike. We're going to bike down to the next set of rapids. I think it's called White Horse or something like that. White Horse Falls, just to scope them out. Then we're going to bike all the way back up to the bridge that I took some pictures on. We are going to load all the gear that's on the bike inside the tubes of the pack raft and the internal dry bags. And then we're going to put the bike on the front of the pack raft, and then we're going to pack raft from Squirrel Rapids all the way to Wagtail. That was a lot. Oh, did I mention it stopped raining and it looks like it actually might be nice out? I just went southbound on the rail trail for about 1.5 kilometers to check out Cascade and White Horse Rapids, just so I didn't have to stop to scout it. Anyway, that's them there. Now I realize that they're probably like 1/2 kilometer in length, but I can tell by how slow the water is moving that I'll be able to get out and scout if I need to. So now the plan, honestly, we're gonna hustle all the way back to that bridge. And it should take me maybe an hour or so. So I'll see you there. I remember he's excited when he sees me.
I stepped on the leash pretty good.
See you guys. Back at the bridge. I didn't film anything because it was boring. Except those people and their crazy dog. Okay, I'm looking for a place to put in and like get everything set up so I don't have to drag it very far, and it looks like just over here there's actually a makeshift fire pit there. I'm gonna bring my bike down there and get it all set up, and we're gonna head down. Phase 1 of this is kind of crazy. There are these 2 internal dry bags. and you fill them with your gear, and then on the back of the pack raft is this. I've never even opened this before. And you store these dry bags inside here. So step one is to fill these with my gear. Yeah, that's how it goes in there, and then you clip it, I guess, to something. I gotta find out what though. Done. Next step, we've got this thing all inflated with the gear inside. Take the bike apart, put it on top of that thing. Okay, so just for an update, it's 1 o'clock on the dot. It took me 1 hour to get this ready, but there was a whole bunch of trial and errors, and I didn't want to show you guys because honestly I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Long story short, it's intense. Like, check this out. It's intense. Got the bike all strapped up here, my water, my map, all my gear is in the tubes. And honestly, like, I keep thinking about it, but the best thing to do, I think, is just to run the first 3 or 4 sets and then see how it is. I'm not sure how it's going to handle, and honestly I can't really tell out on land. So first one, I'll let you know what rapids as they come up. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but the first few I know are a little bit mellow or mellower. Okay, maiden voyage. It's very front heavy. Whoa! I guess we'll find out, eh? Feels a little bit unstable compared to without the bike. Okay, so that's what it looks like from back here. We're gonna head down the river, and first up is Squirrel Rapids, which is a class 1. I don't know what that means on this river. Might just be some swifts. Well, it looks like, you know, it's a pretty straight shot. I'm gonna head in between these 2 rocks here. Should be give me a nice little oomph. Don't really see anything else going on here. Yeah, some good stuff there. Wow. Oh, you guys won't be able to see it with the GoPro, but there's a bald eagle up here on the right. I'll show it to you when we get there. This is Big Sawyer and Battery Rapids. It might stick to the right a bit over there. Doesn't look too intense. Yeah, okay. Looks like there's a little drop here. Yeah. There's a big drop right here, actually. We'll point the nose right to it. There we go. Woo! Woo! Oh. Okay. Now then, past here, saw that it gets a little bit more squirrely. We're going to stick to the inside, past the rocks, and then we basically go straight under the bridge down the center. If I remember correctly, that's what I saw. Right? We're going to go right here. Just on the inside of that rock. Big drops here, guys. Woo! Oh, again, big one. Whoa! Good brace. Okay. Woo! Okay, now there's a little bit of rocks over here. We stick right to the right. And then as we go under the bridge, we stick to the left of the bigger rocks. I think that was the bigger. Oh, it gets a little wild up here too. Packraft is not as agile with the bike, I'll say that. Much harder to turn, and I don't have the stroke, the larger stroke that I had. Yeah, here's the wave train. Well, a bit of a sticker. Now we should be pretty good all the way down, for the most part. Okay, bud, those are the rocks. Straight down the middle now. All right, there we go. Woo! Keep the nose pointed, we should be good. A little bit of a drop, a little bit of a drop. Oh! All right. Okay, this one looks just like a little tiny one. So we're not even gonna skirt up. But actually, it looks so small, I'm not even sure it's worth filming. Look how nice it is though. Well, I might have to dodge some rocks here, but nothing serious. So if you can see, it's a little bit of a drop right over here. And as long as there's no rocks, I'll run that, no problem. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a boat scout. Looks gnarly as fuck. Let's do it. Woo! Woo! Take that. None of it looks crazy, but you just want to make sure there's nothing crazy, like there's nothing serious going on. So I mean, it's pretty much straight down the middle and then cut right as it goes a little bit left. Looks like it's just a wave train. I don't know, they say it's class 3. You tell me. It's probably a little bit more than class 2, but it's probably not like a full-blown class 3. Now we're gonna hit a bit of the meat right in the center. And we're going to be ready to brace. Right? Here's the meat. Ready? Big rock, big rock. More meat. We're coming from the right. We'll cut across. Oh, I didn't scout. Okay. Now we're going to be good, guys. Big standing waves. Whoa, whoa. Almost flipped it. Woo! That's how it's done. Oh, this is a beautiful part of Algonquin. Dead end. Didn't even realize it. Uh-oh. Ah! And we're here, Francis Lake. Okay, so coming up here is Francis Rapids. Says it's a class 3. It's a little bit wet. I've been boat scouting all the class 3s. I usually wouldn't do that, but they seem, I don't want to say mellow, but they're not as crazy as some other class 3s that I've done. So this one, we'll see, boat scout. So it's a short section, but the line is, from what I can tell, a bit to the left. Nothing too crazy. Right through here. This to me looks like the line. Some rocks there. And that is the line. Okay, we have Killdeer Rapids now, and they are a class 2, 2 sets. I can see them. You know what? It's tough to tell. I got to get a little bit closer, but you know, never trust the maps. Let me tell you, man, I've been in some situations. Always scout, at least boat scout at a minimum. Okay, well, it looks like a straight shot. No real rocks or anything. It's short. Oh, it looks like a little bit of wave action at the bottom there. That could be fun. So maybe we will, you know, just keep the nose pointed down. Main concern in these shallow waters is big protruding rocks that kind of sneak up on me. Like I can see up ahead there, you have a much more significant drop. That sometimes is the indication of a couple boulders. Yeah, see? There's one right there. Make sure there's no more. A little bit of a drop. Get ready. Woo! Hey, not bad. Pretty fun at the end there. You wouldn't guess it. Take a look at it. See? Sneaks up on you, that stuff. All right. You see the water snake? You see him? Oh, he might be a little bit too far for you. He's just over there. Oh, we are currently relaxing. It's coming up to 4 o'clock. So we've been on the river about 3 hours or so. And you guys know how it is when you're flat water paddling a pack raft. It's very difficult. There's only one more rapid left, and it is called Wagtail Rapids. That's also the campsite that we have booked. Now there's 2 campsites. There's one before the rapids, and there's one after the rapids. And the one after the rapids is on an island. Now, I don't know which campsite is better, but yesterday's campsite, not complaining, just didn't have that same mesmerizing feel of a beautiful campsite. Just, you know, it hadn't been used, really, that's what it is. So I'm gonna look at the first campsite. If the first campsite doesn't basically just blow my mind, I'm gonna do the rapids and then I'm gonna stay on the island. And I have a feeling that the island, you know, islands are cool. It's a very small island too. The only downfall is there's sometimes no wood on islands. So we might have to take the pack raft across to get some wood for a fire, because it's not gonna rain. The sun is out. Oh, can you hear? Woo! We're deep in the park right now, man. There's not many people that come out this way. Woo! Well, there it is. It does look super cute, very secluded. But you know, nothing's jumping out at me telling me that that's the ticket. I could go take a look, but I'm not going to bother. Instead, I'll run these last set of rapids, which are Wagtail Rapids Class 3. Looks like one set. And then we'll see what the island site is. Good? Good. Difficult to boat scout these. Just because the Swift is already got me. So unless I can hop out in an eddy, you know, we're running the meat. Doesn't look too bad. Let's go to the outside here just to see, make sure. Some fast moving water, that's for sure. Okay, it looks like it turns into something up here. So you can either go left or right. I'm gonna stick to the right because I want to hit that campsite. I wonder if I'm even gonna be able to do it. It's very mellow. Okay. A little bit of a wave train. Looks like to the left there, I don't know if you can see, it's a couple more rapids. Then to the right, there's the campsite, should be here somewhere. Let me check out what's going on here. Okay, now I'm understanding what's happening here. So it's just on the other side of this. Okay, I got my spray skirt off. I was about to pop out. Shit! Let's get back on. I got a couple of seconds here. Okay, we'll have to go around the back end, I guess. I didn't realize what was happening. I gotta get over though. And I'm gonna go here and then I'm gonna cut right. Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Okay, I had to paddle all the way around. Good thing I didn't just go and run this. That would not have been good, and same with that side either. Thank the Lord I didn't do that. I saw the portage trail. I almost missed the campsite, but it's right there. Like, thank God I didn't run this, man. Let's go see what it looks like. Also, I have to pee my pants. Hey, don't look, I'm in my underwear. Yes, I'm in my underwear. Don't look. Let's do a little summary of the day. We went from Radiant Lake to Wagtail Rapids. We ran everything with the bike on the front of the Packraft. Went pretty smoothly, a couple times a little squirrely, but nothing too bad. One thing I'm concerned about is actually going for a swim with the bike on it. Like, I'm not sure what that looks like. And some of these rapids are long. Like, so if you lost your raft, you know, you could be in for a half-kilometer swim or something like that. I'm not sure actually how shallow it is, but still, you don't want to stand up. Okay, tomorrow the first rapid that we're coming to is Mcdonald Rapids. And I think I've seen them before. I think I saw them on my other trip, my bike trip from last year. I think it's intense. On the map, it says it's a class 5. Now, you know, in my mind, a class 5 is completely insane. I don't know what in their mind is. If there's certain sections of it that I can't do, I'll portage it, no problem. If it comes to a point where it's not safe, then we'll have to make an executive decision. I'm not sure what to do at that point. It looks like basically once you hit Mcdonald Rapids, there's a couple of class 3s, and then it's all class 4s and class 5s all the way down to the end. So let's just wait till we get there and assess it, because sometimes what they do is they say something's a class 5 because there's one feature, and you can just miss that feature and then do the rest of the rapids that are, you know, regular class 3 or class 4. I think we're gonna have a wicked sunset today. Also, I have a fire going. Woo! Let's get my bottle. It's mighty dark out. Hopefully you guys can see me. I use a GoPro primarily for filming, and it is very bad in the dark. So we just kind of closed everything up. We're getting in the tent. It's about 10:30. We're gonna go to bed. But as I was sitting by the fire, I was like, I'm gonna go just take a look at the water, like just see, because I know it rained for like 15 hours yesterday. And that section there, you can actually take a look. I'll show you tomorrow morning, but you can go back and look at yesterday's footage. It's significantly higher already, and I'm gonna guess it's gonna get even higher. I remember when I was coming here, I planned to come here, it was running at 25 cubic meters per second. By the time I got here, it was close to 40. And now, you know, maybe it's gone up a little bit more. I know above 40 it becomes a big water run. That's what I know. From here downriver are where some of the more advanced rapids are. So, you know, my guess is it's going to be an epic big water day. That could mean a couple things. Fingers crossed. We're doing a new... My back! It's a tight squeeze in here. Tight squeeze in here. Day number 3, we're at Wagtail Rapids. We're heading down the rest of the Petawawa River. You know, I've got a lot to talk about, but the first thing I want to tell you is that probably about 10 to 15 minutes after I came into bed last night, I had to go pee. But I was too snuggly to get out. It's too snuggly and warm. So I just held it. I held it for like 10 hours, and now I have to go. So that's priority number 1. Let's get that done, and we'll go over to the campsite and the details for the day. I think I showed you guys my toes before. Neither are in good shape. This is the bad one from my last trip. Now I've got this. It's like a little condom. See? Now he's safe to peruse the bars. If you know what I mean. Oh, finally! It's beautiful out! Today's gonna be a good day! Woo! Okay, well, we pretty much got the gear portion of it, the paddling gear and the bike, all prepped at the river. So we're good there. We're gonna clean up in here. I want to touch base about a couple things. I want to let you know that algonquin, in the middle of the night, an army of slugs come out and they cover everything, and they're disgusting. They don't hurt you, they don't even move fast, they're easy to spot, but if you touch them, they are gross. I squashed one with my hand around the tire, and then, I'm not joking you, one was on the tent fly here. I opened it, it fell on my sock. I'm pretty sure people from like 3 or 4 campsites away heard screaming, because I don't like that stuff. So nice. All right, let's pack up in here. If you watched my video on how to make your own titanium tent stakes, here's a durability report for you. I broke the spike off this one last night putting it in, and I broke the top off the 9-inch one the first night. So be ready for a second episode, because I'm going to replace this stuff with probably aluminum or maybe even titanium. Machine it. I was just inflating it. I was just inflating the packraft. And look, the loader! I gotta open it back up. Put it back in. I'm still learning, but I think this is a secret. This pedal in line here, that can go there. The reason why is that my paddle keeps hitting this chain here, so you want it as clear as possible. If any of you guys want to know how to make the ultimate tripod with no equipment, this is it right here. Pivot point, counterweight, then you mount the camera here. I'm going to take a picture right here. All right, we're loading up and we're heading out. Got a new mount. We're going to ferry across a little bit anyway. We'll try to. Try and catch that eddy and then run the meat right out. Good control today. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Oh yeah. See this? There we go, guys. Woo! So this section, this is, I guess, the beginning of Mcdonald's Rapids. Clearly not the meat of it, but it's looking very shallow. Very shallow. I don't know why, because it looked like water levels were up at my place. Actually, it's not shallow at all. I think it's just a game of avoiding rocks here. Well, I can certainly hear it, and I can see some mist coming up on the right hand side there, so I'm guessing this may be one of the bigger sections. There's a spot over to the left, it looks a little bit calm. I'm just going to come in, I'm going to get out, and I'm just going to scout this to make sure that you know, it's not going to kill me. We're going to leave this here. I really hope it doesn't blow away. Shouldn't say that. It'll be fine. Oh, these rocks are sharp. So I'm gonna put my paddle, lodge it right there, and we'll scout up here. Oh, I can hear the rumbling, that's for sure. Woo! Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is real whitewater. Yeah. I'm gonna take a look from down there. So I can't see the far end. But to me, with the bike on it, the line is right here. Then eddy out over there. That's too big. And I don't know what's on the other side, but it looks like a big drop as well. This is slower moving current. Probably tough for you guys to see, but that's the far line. That is epic, man. Whoa. That is not for me, that's for sure. It's tough to scout past the second big drop just because the river is so far from the rail trail. And on the map, this is almost 2 kilometers. So, you know, there's some uncertainty. You know, you ever heard of the term pot committed? You know, I don't know what's over there, but once you're in, you might be in for it. See, I can't do that. I can't run that, guys. Honestly, I'm scared. I'm scared to run that. No joke. I can't find my boat. Would have been around here somewhere. I feel like it's somewhere around here. Ah! You can see it just over there. Okay. I was like, what the hell? We're taking matters into our own hands. Once I take this off, the boat and the bike are going to become quite unbalanced. Plus, you got to be careful when you're doing this stuff. We have successfully brought everything from the river up to the rail trail. Tip for you goons that I see playing in the water without the proper safety equipment. When you're at the river's edge and there's tricky footing like I just was, and there's class 5 rapids or any rapids downstream, wear your helmet and your life jacket. Doesn't matter if you're in the boat. If you fall in, you're gonna wish you were wearing it. Okay, I'm gonna load up the bike now. And then I'm going to tell you some really, really sad news. And I think you know what it is. Okay, the sun is slowly cooking me. And this rail bed, it's like black rock. It's giving off a lot of heat. And when you are follically challenged like I am, you always have to wear something on your head, or you get a sunburn on the top of your head. Actually, if you had told me that was possible when I was like 25, I wouldn't have believed you, but it totally happens to balding dudes. So be careful. All right, we are doing this. We're gonna load up the bike, okay? We're gonna ride. We're gonna ride until the end of Mcdonald Rapids. At that point, I believe we're going to continue riding. You see, I want you to take a look at a map. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab the map. I'm going to go over it with you. Hold on one second. Here is our map. We are right here by Mcdonald Rapids. So Lake Traverse is right here. And what you'll know, and the other side doesn't really matter, is what we've already done. There's only about maybe 6 kilometers of river to there. So I only have to come out 6 kilometers on the rail trail and on the logging road. The problem is that you'll see that's a class 5. This is unclassified. That's a class 3. These wouldn't be a problem. Class 5, class 5, class 5. So, and there's no rail trail here. There's only portages, and I can't portage the bike on the Packraft. It's just going to take way too long, honestly, and it's insane to do. So you got to pick the trips carefully. So we are now just going to bike the rest of the way to Lake Traverse, but I'm going to make a deal with you. Make a deal because some of you are disappointed. Some of you are saying like, oh Steve, why don't you just go do it? Well, let me tell you why. Because I have a family and I have friends, and that will kill me, certainly with the bike on the front of it. But you will see in episode number 1, I think it is, I bumped into Ryan. Ryan is my packraft instructor. He's actually a kayaker. He's amazing. He's half my age. The guy's awesome. I talked to him. I'm gonna actually come back here in the next month with the packraft with Ryan and do Mcdonald Rapids out with nothing on the packraft. That way I'll get comfortable with it, and then maybe sometime later we'll continue the loop. But it's not a total fail. It is not a total fail. Do not tell me it's a fail, because what we've done is we've done the intermediate level Upper Petawawa Bikerafting Loop, which means if you have skills such as mine and you can't run the class 5 stuff, this is where you get out. If you're an experienced paddler, much more experienced than me, and you can handle a bike on the front of a packraft doing class 5, then you will continue along. So it's like it's a two-phase approach. And the adventure is not over. I got 10K along the old railroad, which is an awesome ride. I have converted the bike rafting rig to the bike rafting rig. I'm not sure. Is that called the pack biking? I don't know. Anyway, to convert a inflated packraft with a mountain bike and gear installed in the tubes to what you see here is a process. I would say minimum 1 hour until I get good at it. And you'll see I'm in the shade here over there. This is like hot coals, basically like a hibachi. I'm absolutely blazing. That looks fun. This looks fun. This all looks fun. Sans the bike. So we're crossing right there. See Bypass Falls on the left. You might not even be able to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kilometers to go. It shouldn't take me too long. Here's a pickup truck, and for sure I'm gonna get in shit. Oh, guess they didn't care. So I actually think I remember this asphalt when I did the Trans-Algonquin mountain bike rail route, and I remember there's a toilet there, and obviously this guy parks his trailer there now. Interesting, because I remember we went down a couple of different routes. I actually think we went down this one too. That's where the helicopter pad is, but in actuality it's up here a bit. I can't remember which one, but I know you guys have already seen it, but this is the tornado. that went through here. So crazy. Can you imagine the animals like running for cover? There must be, oh, so many little guys just perished in there. This is it. Pretty sure it's the final countdown. You guys are aware of the world's greatest car? We're gonna load it up. I'm gonna show you something real quick for those of you that have seen it. No, I'm not gonna show it to you. I'm gonna save it. I wanted to load up pretty quickly just because I want to get out of here if I can get home at a decent time. It takes me about 6 hours to get home from Lake Travers. So I got a little bit of a jaunt, and it's probably around 1:15. Okay, let's get going, then we'll talk about the trip a little bit. We just missed a bear. A little black bear just ran across the road. Ah well, maybe we'll see another one. Animals are like people, they travel the path of least resistance, which is why you often see bears and moose on roads and trails and stuff like that. And a lot of the times when you're coming in and out of the park, that's when you see some of this stuff. So, I don't know, maybe we'll catch something else. But yeah, you'll just have to believe me on that one. Okay, it's time for the post-trip discussion. It's freezing in here. Let's turn the air conditioning on. I don't have a script or anything.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
It's on GPS. I don't have a script or anything, so we just kind of shoot from the hip. 1, difficulty. Okay, this is a little bit tricky to deal with. The difficulty level physically is not bad, especially the shortened trip that I did. Skill-wise, in order to do the advanced portion where you go from Mcdonald all the way to Poplar, oh, there really is a vehicle inside the road. Skill-wise, to do the advanced portion from Mcdonald to Poplar with the bike on it, I think you're going to need some experience. I don't think that it's physically demanding, like you have to be in fantastic shape. I think your skills need to be there. Other than that, quite a luxurious trip, pretty fun, sure a little bit sore on the arms, yada yada yada, no big deal. Other thing we want to talk about is gear. Honestly, pretty much everything worked out pretty good this time. I think I got the gear list nailed down just about right. Tent worked out well because it only rained the first night. Sure, a tarp would have been nice, but I don't think necessary if you're just gonna have one night of rain. The straps were great. I bought those Titan straps specifically to put the bike on, and I learned a ton just doing it a couple times. So the straps are absolutely recommended in my book, those Titan straps. If anything, I can go shorter. I'm gonna take a look around and see if there's shorter ones. I actually bought some shorter ones, but I might even need even shorter. You know, one thing that I do have is there was so much flat water paddling, and I had this at the Black River as well. I have a couple of like calluses and blisters on my hands. That could be because I've got little sissy hands, you know, like I got like little engineering soft hands that I just need to harden them up, but maybe my paddling technique is incorrect. I'm gonna look that up when I get home if that's something that like a pair of gloves or something would handle. Guys, I can't really think of much I would change in terms of gear. So the gear list that you saw in the very first part of this series, that's pretty much what I stuck with. I didn't get much more, I wouldn't change anything else that I can think of off the top of my head. If you have any questions about the actual trip, you know, like how it was on the logging roads, how it was on the river, what rapids were tougher than others, just send me a note in the comments. The comments are the best way to get in touch with me. I think that probably about covers it. It was a really successful trip. I had a lot of fun, and that's the most important part. I do have a very big trip planned for mid-August, 10-day trip. I can't tell you the route. I can't tell you guys the route until after, because I'm keeping it top secret, but it's gonna be epic, and there's gonna be a 10-part video series as well. So I hope you enjoyed this mini series. I'm going to keep doing it for you. I'm Steve Evans, and I'll see you on the trail.